The review will be focusing on a game plan rather than a detailed variation study. So yeah. This is the first mistake. When you play Go, you should always be careful about the stone's coordination, the coordination of your opponent's stone. Yeah. The stone's coordination. Now white got high, low, low. Yeah, it's very easy for white to set up an effective attack on your stones if you didn't wait like this. Yeah. This does some low. Just imprint. Yeah. And again, this is the same mistake, and probably more serious than the previous one, because as you can see, white got a very thick wall. Yeah. And yeah, I just omit those fighting details. Yeah, this is very impressive. Yeah, your game plan is very impressive. Yeah, if you think about attack your opponent's on a larger scale rather than focusing on the wedge, because in general this wedge doesn't work so well in this board position. Yeah. So yeah, you should probably start to attack your opponent's stone on a larger scale. Okay. This mistake is about the direction of your move. Now you just attach too much importance to the corner territory and overlook the enormous potential in the center. Yeah. So again, it's all about where to play. Yeah. Apparently, your moyo on the right board is your last resort. This is just playing away from the main battleground. Yeah. And you gain nothing here, except 2 stones lying against your opponent's wall. I would say since white got 2 stones in the vicinity, so I would play more forcefully here, maybe something like this. Now it's going to be a very tough fight. As you can see now, white has gained the control of the upper board and some left board, and now black's potential is on the other side of the board. So maybe the priority should be consolidating your moyo, so and turn it into a half territory, something like that. So yeah, this is an overplay, I think. So now, as you can see, your space is very cramped and it's very difficult to make life here. And it doesn't make sense. But this doesn't make sense either. So white can easily capture these 3 stones. And locally black has collapsed. So I don't see why John didn't play this in the game. I mean, unless he knows this follow up. But in this board position, it doesn't work. So actually you got some profit in this local fight by chance, due to your opponent's mistake. Now this is a very slow move, because white is already very strong on the outside, so the value of adding another stone on the thick wall is very small. And this is the last big move on the board. White should probably play this. I mean, obviously white is worried about this cut, but if black dares to cut, then this is going to be very difficult for black to fight. So now this is another overplay. Actually, this is the same kind of mistake you made in the left area. So again, white got a formidable wall on the left and some stones on the right. So the invasion is definitely an overplay. And this is okay, maybe. I mean, no matter what you play, this is going to be tough for black. And this might be a tiny mistake. Black should probably play a double honey. And you just keep playing and sacrifice all the stones there. And this is pretty bad. And here your game plan is good. So you are making use of your dead stones and trying to separate this marked white stones. Your thinking is very impressive. Yeah. No, this is interesting. Definitely not a good move. Let's say if white simply play the target from this side, connect. And as you can see, your stones just fall apart. Yeah. So in this position, black might have two choices. Just jump out and just keep putting pressure on these two white stones, something like this. Or black can play the kick first. But in this case, white is probably not going to answer this. But this is definitely a mistake, I think. And here, this is your last chance to minimize the loss. If you play this card, although you lost the 3 stones on top, you still got a big module in return. So this is probably acceptable. But in the game, you just protect the corner, and white got a very solid tiger mouth shape on the outside, and this is very influential. But if you play this card, at least you got something on the outside in return. Yeah, can you see the difference? Yeah. So now white is absolutely in the driving seat. I would say after this, the game is already over. This is a little bit slow. White should probably play more forcefully here, something like this, or just simply play this high kakari. Yeah. This is fine. In this board position, it's already very hopeless for black, so it doesn't matter. Now I can see your game plan is trying to build up a big module on the right board, so I say it's good. But at the moment, you should have already realized you fall behind in territory. So in this board position, you should consider overplay. Yeah. Like in the opening, the overplay is pretty bad. But if you know you are already far behind in territory, then you have no choice but to play more aggressively. Yeah, that's the logic. Yeah, this is not big enough, I think. Yeah, so you should probably keep surrounding the central territory. If you manage to surround the territory from this skyline, you probably have a good chance to win the game if your opponent plays very peacefully. Yeah, and this move is unnecessary because as you can see, this is already a solid shape. So the life here is not threatened, and white can simply play something to reduce the module of black on the right side, and it's going to be a winning position for white. After playing this Kasumi, as you can see, the potential of black's module has been significantly reduced. This is just too honest, this move. Yeah. Finally, John played the move in the center and reduces black's module. So the game becomes more hopeless for black after this move. Let's say in this board position, the move you played doesn't give you any territory, but they are redundant moves. Yeah. And now, for some reason, John played very aggressively here. So this move is not very appropriate in this position because your only choice is to attack and kill these stones. Otherwise, you're gonna lose this game by maybe 20 or 30 points. The only choice is to kick and remove your opponent's eye space. Yeah. Because if you play on top, it's very easy for white to get a living shape on the edge. But definitely what I played is overplay, something like this. So basically, if you turn all this potential into territory, you are probably going to win the game. But of course, this is unrealistic. This is okay. This solves all the problems. Yeah. But if you want to play from this, actually, this is a good move. Yeah, yeah, it greatly reduces white's territory. But this might be a call. Yeah, this is a very creative move. Yeah. Now this move is too honest. Maybe you can play more forcefully here, so that you turn this chunk into territory. Yeah. Now this is so another 5 stars. Yeah, I would. Yeah, try to attack black on a larger scale, or maybe this. Just sacrifice these 2 stones and jump in. Yeah, and I guess after this, the game is gonna be chaotic again because it seems white doesn't have enough territory to win. I don't have time to calculate the territory, but that's my feeling. Now you are trying to save these 2 stones, so now you risk losing either this group or this group. Yeah, it's sort of MI for white. Yeah. Now this is a big mistake. If you just play this, and if you crawl from underneath, your opponent is very likely to make a big mistake, and probably you are going to gain a big advantage in the process of the fight. Yeah. And now, as you can see, all your stones are gone, and it just looks very desperate. Again, you just shall I just stop here?